win. If he doesn't, the Redbirds are just 7-25, so he's an important guy in this Cardinal lineup. Alec Burleson is as well. He'll be in right field and bat second, with Paul Goldschmidt playing first base, hitting third. Nolan Gorman has 15 home runs to lead the team. He'll play second base and hit cleanup. Nolan Arenado, 5 for 7 in this series. 4-game hitting streak, will DH today and bat fifth. Brendan Donovan, 7-game hitting streak, will be in left field. Jose Fermin gets to start at third. Pedro Pajes will do the catching today. And Michael Ciani had a bunt hit yesterday. Again, he'll be in center field for the Redbirds. Wynn, Burleson, Goldschmidt, Gorman, Arenado, Donovan, Fermin, Pajes, and Ciani. Lance Lynn on the mound. First pitch comes up next.
BC Bank, partnering with customers and communities for more than 150 years. From financial support to community guidance, BUC's committed to making a positive impact and lending a helping hand. BUC Bank, building strong financial futures, one family, one street, one city at a time, since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
Hi, Cardinals fans. Brad Thompson here. You like things that are just for you, right? That's why Schnucks curates special savings in the Schnucks Rewards app just for you on the things that you buy the most. These aren't savings for your neighbor. They're not for me. They're personalized savings only for you. Just tap the savings icon and it will load all your personalized savings. And they change weekly. Personalized savings just for you in the Schnucks Rewards app.
Hello, everybody. I'm John Rooney. Do you have an old car that's taking up room in the driveway? Repairs are costly and selling is a hassle? That's why you should donate it to Goodwill. Donating is quick and towing is free. Plus, you get a tax receipt and 4 tickets to a Cardinals game, compliments of the St. Louis Cardinals. That's a win-win. For more information or to donate, visit online at mersgoodwill.org. Must mention Cardinals.
And I got to tell you, the quality of the window, the professionalism of the install team, you name it, it was remarkable.
Another satisfied Wilkie Window and Door customer.
It was money well spent. Like I said, common sense. Get a couple bids. That will only enhance what you're getting from Wilkie once you see the price difference.
Get Anderson replacement windows now. Visit wilkiewindow.com.
You've got a customer for life.
Don't overpay for your Anderson windows. Visit us at wilkiewindow.com. wilkiewindow.com.
KMOX is Cardinals Radio.
Cardinals have taken the field, and Lance Lynn begins his warm-up tosses. Let's tell you about the umpires here today. It'll be Phil Cuzzy behind home plate. Tony Randazzo is at first base with Alec Tosi at second, and Dan Bellino had the plate here yesterday. He's the crew chief. He'll be over at third. And we've had a lot going on here in our pregame ceremonies, and there's included a naval enlistment ceremony that we had on the field, and there was dozens of folks enlisting and going through their pledge, and that's always a meaningful moment that happens behind home plate, usually once a summer, and that happened. We also had a flyover from a Navy training plane, and that was a T-6A plane out of Pensacola, Florida, and that's always fun to have a flyover before a game. And, of course, a important game for the Cardinals. They'd like to close out this homestand with a win and end up with a winning homestand at 4-3, and it'll be up to Lance Lynn to get things off on a good foot, as the Cardinals starting pitching's been very good the last 2 days. Lance will deliver our first pitch, sponsored by Rawlings, official baseball of Major League Baseball. Beyond that, we also had a ceremony on the field just moments ago where we had the fantasy campers down there, the 54 campers who have decided to sign up and go through all the fun aspects of being a fantasy camper, with 13 Cardinal alumni on hand to lead them, and we'll tell you about them as we go along. But Scott Terry runs that, and so many terrific Cardinals on hand here for Cardinals baseball today. And Lance Lynn is ready to go, and so is the voice of the Cardinals for our first pitch, John Rooney.
And the first pitch of the day is swung on, laced into center field. Ciani moving back. He leaps and makes the catch. That ball kept sailing off the bat of Key Brian Hayes. One down on a nice play by Ciani.
He did not get the right read on that initially. He came in, and that's usually death for an outfielder, but he made a quick turn and was able to get up at the very last second. And good thing that's a long glove that he uses out there in center field. He needed every inch of it.
Hitting second in the lineup, Brian Reynolds. He's a switch batter on a 10-game hitting streak. He had a double last night to extend his streak. And Lance Lynn misses high for a ball. Reynolds comes in hitting .263. He has 16 doubles, 2 triples, 8 home runs, and 35 runs batted in. He's batting left-handed against Lynn, sends it in the air, foul, out of play down the left field line. No play for Donovan. Donovan in left, Ciani in center, Burleson in right. Fermin is playing third base, spelling Nolan Arenado today. Arenado's the DH for the Cardinals. Wynn is at shortstop, playing up the middle. The pitch by Lynn, that's fouled off to the left, 1-2 on Reynolds. On the right side of the infield, Nolan Gorman is at second base, and at first base, Paul Goldschmidt. Pedro Pajes is doing the catching. Lance Lynn, 37-year-old right-hander, born in Marion County, Indiana. Went to Ole Miss. Check swing, and that was a pitch up, a fastball well out of the strike zone.
It's a warm one today here at Busch Stadium. 89 degrees at the start of the game at 1:16.
89 degrees at 1:16 for our first pitch. And a light wind blowing from right to left. A swing and a miss. Reynolds is out. That pitch dropped out of sight. Was waiting to see if that had been tipped. It did not. He did not do that. So there's the first strikeout for Lynn. And that gives him 64 strikeouts in 66 innings.
And he's 3 behind Matt Morris. He's going up that list of all-time strikeouts in the Cardinals organization. Matt Morris is 6th, of course, a Cardinal Hall of Famer. Lance Lynn, 7th.
Lynn deals a strike to O'Neal Cruz. Cruz had a 2-hit game last night, 2 out of 5 in the series, with a double, a run batted in, and a strikeout. 7 hits in his last 26 at-bats, 2 of those home runs. Lynn with the pitch, and Cruz is crowded by a cut fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Edward Olivares is waiting on deck. He's the cleanup batter in this game today. Found the abbreviated windup, the pitch. Jammed him, and a foul ball goes out of play over the screen down the left field line. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Cruz. On their bench today, it's Connor Joe, Andrew McCutchen, Henry Davis, who had a home run last night, and Nick Gonzalez, all right-handed batters. The 1-2 pitch. Cruz pops it into short left field. Coming on, Donovan. He's waiting. He has it. The Pirates go 1-2-3, and the Cardinals are coming up at Busch Stadium.
This is Cardinals pitcher and former Missouri Tiger Kyle.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Quality, built on service, and is measured on results. All of our products are backed by our 110% money-back guarantee. Our industry-leading nutritional supplements will help you maximize your potential. Never settle for less than your best. Visit firstform.com today.
98.7 FM is Cardinals Radio.
It's Mitch Keller at 8-3 pitching for the Pirates today. The first pitch is rolled to the left side of the infield. Brian Hayes has it from the infield grass and throws out Mason Wynn. Some weak contact there for Wynn, who normally stings the ball with line drives. One down, and Alec Burleson is coming up. You know, On the Run is serious about our hometown team.
How serious?
When the Cardinals score 6, drinks are only 60 cents all day the next day at participating locations. Because On the Run is always
St. Louis
serious. And Alec Burleson, before the first pitch by Keller, takes a timeout. Alec Burleson, 8 hits in his last 28 at-bats. The pitch, a swing, and there's a fly ball that's headed to rather deep right center, but a play for Taylor, and he makes the catch. How about this for efficiency? A couple of pitches, 2 outs, Wynn on a ground out, and Burleson on a fly out.
Well, that may be an indication of what the Cardinals think about the best way to get to Mitch Keller, and there's not really a good way to get to him. He's been outstanding, 8-3 record, low ERA, and as I mentioned earlier, he's won 6 straight games. So I guess they feel like, you know, once he gets ahead of you, he's got that sweeper where he can carve you up. So better off hitting that first pitch.
And the first pitch to Goldschmidt, outside with a fastball. Goldschmidt taking a pitch after 2 fast outs on 2 pitches. Goldie in the series, 1 hit, 8 at-bats, a run scored. He scored on a double by Arenado last night. Big swing and a miss with a fastball belt high, outer half of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the pitch. A swing and a foul. That's out of play off to the right. A ball and 2 strikes.
You mentioned all the fantasy campers that are here. Scott Terry running the camp, but Dave LaPointe also has a leadership role. Al Raboski really kind of founded the camp. But Ozzie Smith, David Eckstein, Scott, and Ed Spezio are both here for the camp. John Tudor, Danny Koch, Brendan Ryan, Scott Cooper, and Mitch Harris.
Here's a ground ball to third, fielded behind the bag by Hayes, and he throws out Goldie. We played 1, no score.
Our story is about a people, a city, and a...
Network. Yep, Gray Bar does that.
KingMOX.com is Cardinals Radio.
It's the middle of the Pirate order facing Lance Lynn, no score. And Lynn throws a cut fastball that nails the outside corner. Edward Olivares played with Kansas City last year, hit 12 home runs. He has 5 for the Pirates this year. No hits and 4 at-bats in the series. He tried to get out of the way of an inside pitch and fouled it off the bat handle.
I thought he could have sold it. That hit him a little bit, but he's not. And
the Pirates are wanting to check with the video room on that.
Yeah, he didn't sell it very well, but I guess it doesn't really matter.
And the manager of the Pirates, and that is Derek Shelton, he says play on.
Went through the list of fantasy campers. I didn't have time to also say Jason Simon-Tachi will be a part of the fantasy camp that begins here tomorrow, and a lot of alumni activity going on when the Cardinals head off for the road.
A 1 and 2 strike count on Olivares. The pitch by Lynn. A high pitch, and it's popped up foul first base side. Goldschmidt over by the dugout, runs out of room as the ball goes over the screen and off the roof of the Cardinal dugout. Schnooks is stepping up to the plate with a new sweet treat. When the Cardinals hit a home run, you score one free, freshly made donut the next day at Schnooks using the digital coupon only in the Schnooks Rewards app. And, of course, while supplies last. That's at Schnooks. Olivares, Tellez, and Triolo. They're up against Lynn, and there's a ball hit down the left field line. Foul. That almost got the ball person down the left field line. It was right there at the end of the screen, about a foot in foul territory.
I wonder if that hit the pole right next to where
It hit that pole supporting the screen down the left field line and then kicked into fair play. The ball person was ready to catch it, and then the ball struck the pole. Look out down there. Look alive.
You better.
1-2 on Olivares. 28 years old, and he is from Venezuela. The pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop. Mason Wynn plays it on a roll. Good, strong throw, 1 out. As we pause for a station ID on the Cardinals Network, powered by Gray Bar.
Skip the drive-thru line. Your favorite coffee house flavors are ready anytime with Prairie Farms' new barista-style single-served iced coffees, now at your local retailer. Visit prairiefarms.com.
KMOX, KEZK HD2, K254CR St. Louis.
Along with Mike Claiborne, Ricky Horton, I'm John Rooney. Jim Jackson is our producer-engineer. We're at Busch Stadium in St. Louis, and Lance Lynn deals strike one to Rowdy Tellez.
John, I think Mason Wynn has gotten smoother and smoother. Not that he had a problem being smooth, but I think that the days off that he was getting early in the season have paid off because he had dealing with the back issue. It seems like he's much more comfortable now.
There's a foul ball back, and I think that also comes with each day he's a major leaguer.
100%. Experience means something.
He really has his feet on the ground. Tellez with an 0-2 count. Relax and reconnect with family and friends at the beautiful Lake of the Ozarks. Visit funlake.com, just like Mike Claiborne did a little over a week ago when he was inducted into the Missouri Broadcasters Hall of Fame. Here's a pitch in the dirt, and that's blocked by Pajes. Rowdy Tellez from Toronto to Milwaukee. Now a member of the Pittsburgh Pirates, playing in his 56th game with the Buccos. 8 hits in his last 19 at-bats, and beware of his power. He has 2 home runs, but when he is able to square it up, it goes. The pitch just outside. Lynn was going for the kill or trying to get Tellez to reach for an outside fastball. We're underway at Busch Stadium in St. Louis, the final game of the homestand, with the Cardinals trying to win the rubber game of this 3-game series. The 2-2 pitch, taken low. Off-speed pitch, Tellez wouldn't bite. 3-2. On deck, it's Jared Triolo. And time called by Tellez. Tellez, like Dylan Carlson, is from Elk Grove, California. Rowdy, at 29 years old. He's wearing the gold batting gloves today, and the pitch to him. That is taken low for ball 4. Lynn with the walk, his 28th walk of the year, and that covers 67 innings.
I think I heard Lance Lynn say darn it all the way from up here. He is very...
I don't know, Ricky. It didn't sound like darn it to me.
Well, I'm translating. He's... I don't think maybe an understatement, but he is emotive when he pitches, isn't he?
Oh, you bet. And he misses just off the outside corner. And in recent starts, when he has been missing the strike zone, it hasn't been by much at all. Inside, outside, or low. Usually misses high by a wider margin. And that's a broken back ground ball to second. Flip to second out. Wynn fires to first, not in time. It goes 4-6, and that broken back ground ball wasn't hit all that hard, yet Wynn's throw made it a fairly close play.
Also the quickness of Nolan Gorman, too, on a ball where he had to charge it and then do a quick little backflip, and the exchange was as fast as you can possibly do it between Gorman and Wynn. And then Wynn was able to get his momentum into a strong throw, but no chance.
Well, Ronnie Tellez was standing up there. You low bridge him, he won't do that again. You already have the out at second base, so beware if you're going to go in standing up on a double play situation. A swing and a miss by Jack Sawinski. Triolo beat the throw at first base. He's the runner over there. 4 steals in 5 attempts. Bajes is behind the plate today for the Cardinals. Sawinski out of Taft High School in Chicago, Illinois. 25-year-old outfielder. He has some pop and takes a pitch. Not belt high. Called a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. The fans behind home plate grumble and groan over Phil Cuzzy's call of ball 1. The Pirates in the road gray uniforms. The Cardinals in the home white, and the pitch. A ball high and wide. Lynn doing a little landscaping with the spikes toward the bottom of the mound near the landing area. Is wind up. Pittsburgh across the front of the gray jersey in black outlined in gold. Black caps and helmets for the Pirates. The Cardinals red caps and helmets. The birds on the bat. The pitch. Taken high. Sawinski with a count of 3-1. 2 outs, a runner at first base. No score in the top half of the second inning. Bright blue skies in downtown St. Louis. The wind blowing from right to left field, kicking up a little bit right now. And the temperature at game time at 89 degrees. The pitch, a swing and a miss. Little hop to the fastball there. 3-2 on Sawinski.
Last 3 starts for Lance Lynn, I believe his velocity has had an uptick. And not just pure miles per hour, but I think the hop to it, the spin rate that he's got going, I think he's reached a different level.
Runner goes, and the pitch, strike 3 called. The 3-2 pitch, a called third strike on Sawinski, leaving a man on. We go to the bottom of the second.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
The Painting and Decorating Foundation reminds you it's your future. Check out stlouispdf.org.
Your home of the Cardinals, KMOX.
Good starts for Lance Lynn and Mitch Keller. Lynn got the first 4 batters out, walked 1, and then picked up 2 outs after that to throw 2 scoreless innings. Now Keller, after a 3-3 down first, pitches to Nolan Gorman. Gorman takes outside a ball. Gorman 1 for 8 in the series, and that was a 9th inning home run on Tuesday night. The Cardinals dropped a 2-1 game to the Pirates. The pitch to Gorman, a swing, and it's popped up foul out of play. 3 hits in the last 27 at-bats, 1 for 8 in this series. 2 runs batted in over the last 7 games, 2 walks, and the strikeouts have begun piling up again for him. But what a great time to start turning that around with the Cardinals playing here and moving on to Wrigley. Ground ball to the first baseman. Tellez has it, underhands to Keller just in time to get Gorman. Well, you'd like to see Gorman heat up with the friendly confines ahead tomorrow afternoon.
Well, he's been a three-outcome guy. In fact, there's only one player in baseball, John, that's more of a three-outcome guy than him, and that's Will Benson for Cincinnati. But 51% of the time, he either walks, strikes out, or hits a home run. And we'd like to see that part of that three-outcome player predominate in Chicago. Be a perfect place for it.
Nolan Arenado is 5 for 8 in this series, 2 doubles and a run batted in. He's hitting 5th today. He's not playing third base. He's the designated hitter. Keller's pitch taken for a strike, and that was above the belt. Arenado is not very pleased by that one. 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on. Keller's pitch. Arenado hits it hard, foul just back of third down the left field line. Our game is brought to you by Budweiser, official beer sponsor of Major League Baseball. Crack open the game with Budweiser and enjoy unrivaled flavor and refreshment. Good to have you with us today. KMOX St. Louis, our featured station on the Cardinals Network, powered by Graybar. The 2-strike pitch up and in. Nolan gets out of the way, 1-2. Arenado's 4 for 17, a double, a homer, 4 RBIs while facing Keller. Keller's 2-1 lifetime, making his 11th start against the Cardinals. There's a foul ball that goes out of play. Arenado seems to be on about everything right now. He's much better at the plate. He's much quieter, I think, and I just think he's kind of on a mission right now. And something clicked in for him at the beginning of this series, and my hope is that it just stays that way for the next 4 or 5 months. Now the pitch. Ball hit off the end of the bat. It goes foul. Arenado checks the end of the bat. I'm thinking about that ground ball was hit past the third base bag. Brian Hayes has really been tested in this series. A lot of hard hit balls to his left and to his right, and Arenado almost had one down the line there on strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Arenado hits a ground ball up the middle. That's played by the second baseman. Triolo throws out. Arenado moving over to the third base side of second to make the play. Still a good at-bat, though, for Nolan. It was. A 7-game hitting streak for Brendan Donovan. He drove in a run last night. 3 out of 7 in the series. 9 out of 27 over the last week. 4 runs scored, a walk, and 3 RBIs. Donovan is trying to get on base, trying to become the first Cardinal base runner. The pitch on the way. Inside, and he becomes that runner. Plunked by a pitch for the 9th time. Well, I wanted him to get on base, but that'll leave a mark. It almost seems as if the book on Donovan is just back foot slider, back foot slider, back foot slider. And when you overcook that pitch and it kind of bears in on the hitter, it typically hits the front leg, and that's what it did there, right off the right knee of Donovan. And that was not a very good spot there. There's no body armor on that part of the body. It's not like down by the foot, and he was limping a little bit heading to first base. So a hit by pitch, and Donovan, we'll see if he can continue, and he will. Stubby Clapp's having a word with him right now. Jose Fermin, boy, we'd like to see him start hitting line drives the way he hit them at AAA. He hit 346 for the Memphis team. The right-handed batter takes a ball outside. That was on the outside corner. 1-0 the count. Thought he raised his right arm. Thought it was a strike. It was on the outside corner above the knees. The pitch, foul ball, and that goes back. That was 92, middle away. The scoreboard reads 1-1, and Phil Cousy isn't objecting to that. The right arm started to go up, let's put it that way. And probably should have, but didn't. The 1-1 on Fermin with Donovan the runner at first. Donovan is leaning. The pitch. There's a strike called. Slider over the middle of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fermin is 3 for 26. A run scored. A hit by pitch. 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. A lot of room on the right side of the infield. I'd like to see him take one over there. The 1-2 pitch with 2 down. And there's a base hit through the hole at short. He went the other way. Well, that'll work. He hit the ball in between Cruz and Hayes, and there's the first Cardinal hit. You can't always get what you want. But sometimes you find you get what you need.
And that's what the Cardinals needed, a base hit. It was actually a breaking ball, middle in, and that's why he was able to turn on it. Hung just a little bit, and Fermin breaks an 0 for 16 with that hit.
And sometimes you can't get no satisfaction.
Right.
If you know what I mean.
That you mean, like, does that have to do with hitting with runners in scoring position?
Well, that's another story.
Yes,
Here's
it is.
Pedro Pages. He checks his swing and takes a strike. Pages, 0 for 3 against the Pirates with a strikeout. Plays in his 15th game with the Cardinals. 2 hits and 25 at-bats, a double, and 5 runs batted in. Here's Keller's pitch. That's fouled off the screen above the Cardinal dugout. 2 strikes on Pages, the 8th place hitter. No score, bottom of the 2nd inning. On this hot, sunny Thursday afternoon, June 13th, 2024.
44 straight games for Mitch Keller of going 5 innings or more. That's outstanding.
The pitch on the way. Up and in, a ball. Happy birthday to my brother Jim Rooney, who was celebrating with us last night at the Champions Club.
That's terrific.
It's the 28th anniversary of his 50th birthday. Here's a swing and a foul back. 1-2. Max and Betsy Usler here from Lawrence, Kansas. Actually from our listening area around Galesburg. The pitch. A swing, and there's a high fly ball, short center field. Cruz directing some traffic, and in comes Taylor, the center fielder, to retire Pages, leaving 2 runners on. Ricky has the third, no score.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Visit cardinals.com/upperdeck. That's cardinals.com/upperdeck.
The Cardinals on KMOX.
Top of the 3rd inning, scoreless game. Lance Lynn back to work, and he misses high. Ball 1 to the 35-year-old switch-hitting catcher, Yasmani Grandal. And he has been a good find for them. Joey Bart was injured. And they were going with Davis as the full-time catcher, and they felt like they needed a guy that worked better with the pitching staff. And Grandal, as a veteran, has certainly done that with today's starter, Mitch Keller, as he's been really unhittable after the first few starts of the season. And it's a 2-0 count now on Grandal, batting left-handed. There's a strike off speed delivery, catching the outside corner, 2-1. Mentioned that Contreras took full BP in the cage today, and then Tommy Edmonds swinging for both sides. And Steven Matz on a rehab assignment. Other news, too, is there's a ground ball to the right side, and Gorman has it. And he throws out Grandal, who was jammed badly on that. We're also going to see Riley O'Brien in about a week or so. He'll throw a rehab game in Double-A, and going out for an assignment soon is Nick Robertson. So a lot of Cardinal people are on their way back. Giovanni Gallegos has been throwing and feels good. The results need to get a little better for him, but would love to have him back as part of the Cardinals bullpen. A little competition brewing, perhaps, in the Cardinals pen. There's a fastball outside, ball one to Michael A. Taylor, who has hit Lance Lynn pretty well.
You think about all the use that the Gallegos has had since he joined the Cardinals from the New York Yankees.
And he's had some nice moments, too.
He has, and he's had a break from that now, being on the injured list coming
That's right.
back. Let's hope he's strong and is a major contributor again.
Would love to see that. If he gets his slider right, and that's always been the key for him, he could be dynamite. 2-0 the count on Taylor, who's played with the Nationals, Kansas City, Minnesota, and now the Pirates. There's a pitch a little bit low. Not a guy you want to walk either. 313 with a home run against Lance Lynn. Hitting just 201, though, on the season with 1 homer and 11 RBIs. Taylor was 1 for 3 here yesterday, and he swings and misses at a 3-0 delivery.
He was looking for a center-cut fastball and got one, but he couldn't make contact.
Well, I guess he got the green light. I'm not sure I like that with a guy that runs well. 3-1 pitch is fouled off.
I liked it, though.
Well, yeah, but of course. But I think from a Pirates point of view, you want him on base, don't you? You could steal a bag. Now, the Cardinals do have Pages catching, who throws better than Ivan Herrera, and maybe that factored into the decision. Well, sometimes you just go with your gut, frankly.
Well, Taylor does have some pop.
Yes, he does.
21 home runs for Minnesota last year.
Yes, he does.
But he might run into one, but he missed the fastball right down the middle for strike one.
So it's 3-2 now as Lynn will face Hayes next. A swing and a miss. He struck him out. Got him out up in the zone. And that's 3 strikeouts for Lance Lynn. And he's 1 behind Matt Morris for 6th place all-time with the Cardinals. Sunday, June 23rd, the Cardinals host the Giants. 10,000 kids ages 15 and younger will take home a large Newpar growth chart thanks to Missouri Farmers Care. For details, go to cardinals.com/promotions. Swing and a miss. Strike one as Hayes swings at the first pitch for a second straight at-bat. He flied out to center field to lead things off here this afternoon. Game time temperature was 89 degrees, and it's not any colder right now, I will tell you. Wind still blowing out slightly towards left center as Hayes takes a pitch up. 1-1 from Lynn. Lynn goes into the wind, and the next pitch is hit on the ground to the right side. Lynn's going to have to hurry to get over there. Perfect throw, and he beats Ke'Bryan Hayes to the bag as Goldie made a perfect throw in a 1-2-3 inning for Lance. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning in a scoreless game.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
best deals on the best tire brands at Dobbs. Money Saver June deals on new sets of Goodyear, Cooper, Continental, Michelin, and Pirelli tires. Click on GoToDobbs.com to find your next set of tires today.
KMOX, the Cardinals play here.
Mitch Keller delivers a strike on the inside corner. Strike one to Michael Ciani, playing center field for the Cardinals today. Had a bunt hit here yesterday and has 8 sacrifice bunts to lead all of baseball. The next pitch to him is grounded foul just outside the first base bag and down the right field line. Didn't miss that by much. Ciani hitting .203. And he has 6 stolen bases, so there's a good guy to get on base. That's from the left side. The pitch to Ciani is a late swing and a miss, and he was tardy on that one. And that's just the first strikeout for Keller, first time through the lineup. And we go to the top of the lineup, and it's Mason Wynn. Graybar is your electrical and datacom distributor, helping to power, connect, or maintain your operations. Yep, Graybar does that. Mason Wynn hit the first pitch that he saw, and he bounced out to third. And he takes the first pitch this side, and it's a little bit outside. Actually, it was a strike, and Grindal is telling the home plate umpire that is a strike. And I agree with you, Yasmani. Don't tell him I said so. The 1-0 pitch is really outside this time at 95, 2-0. And Keller does not walk a lot of batters either. Doesn't give up a lot of home runs. I mean, he's just a good pitcher. He was an all-star last year. The windup, the pitch. Swing and a foul off to the right over the Cardinals dugout and out of play. Again, a lot of alumni here at the ballpark today. I was very pleased to see both Ed and Scott Spezio together. They'll be a part of the fantasy camp here. Done so many of those and met a lot of great friends. Swinging a foul off to the right. And there's also a lot of folks I saw down on the field that aren't names you'd know, but they're names that I know. Fantasy campers that continue to come back and have a good time at that. Of course, there's a camp from time to time in Cooperstown and one in spring training. And it has been a fun connection for alumni over the years, as well as our campers. A 2-2 pitch coming up to Wynn is stroked into right field. That's a hit. It's going towards the gap. And this could be 2 or more for Wynn, who's rounding second base, and he's headed to third. The throw to third is not in time. A triple for Mason Wynn. He plugged the gap in right field. And the Cardinals have a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the third. A slow walk back to the mound for Mitch Keller, who is backing up third base. He was where he's supposed to be, but he's taking his time because he's got to figure out how to keep Alec Burleson from giving the Cardinals the lead. For Wynn, that is triple number 3. And the infield is in for Pittsburgh. And Burleson's ready for Keller. First pitch to him is a breaking pitch and a called strike at the top of the zone. The Pirates have Hayes and Cruz on the left side of the infield. They're in. So is the right side. And that's Triolo and Tellez. The pitch to Burleson is fouled off, and he had the pitch to hit there, and he knows it. You could tell by the reaction of Burleson that he may have missed his pitch to hit there. No score, bottom of the third inning. The Cardinals threatening, though. Series on the line today between these two clubs. And the 0-2 delivery coming in, and a swing and a miss. Burleson chased the pitch out of the zone, and a big strikeout for Mitch Keller. Boy, I would have bet on Alec Burleson big time in that at-bat, but 95 up in the zone, tailing away, just couldn't catch up to it. So it's up to Paul Goldschmidt if the Cardinals are going to score here, and the dreaded runners in scoring position stat keeps popping into my mind. Cardinals have not been good at that in 2024, but a lot of season ahead. There's a pitch high from Keller. Pitch number 38 coming up. The next delivery to Goldie is a called strike. Lance Lynn has a decent pitch count through 3 innings. 43 pitches through 3. And that'll get you through 6 or 7 if you keep that pace up. And that would be great to see. A 1-1 pitch coming up to Goldschmidt. And it swung out and missed, and he was tardy on that. Boy, it's tough to catch up to 95, 96. The Cardinals had a real hard time yesterday with one of the Pirates relievers, Kyle Mikolas, who was throwing BBs. A lot of late swings against him. It's going to happen with Keller, too. 1-2 pitch. Hitting room in right center, and the pitch is high. 2-2. Wind is shifted a little bit more, going towards the left field foul pole right now. As the Cardinal fans are enjoying a nice afternoon of baseball here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch to Goldie is taken low. 3-2 with Gorman due up next. Goldie bounced out the third his first time. He has not hit Keller well in his career. Just 5 for 24 with 5 punch-outs. But he's worked the count to 3-2. And the pitch to Goldie is hit hard into a right center field. And backing up is Taylor. And looking up, he jumps. And it's over his glove, over the wall. Big fly. Paul Goldschmidt, his 8th of the season. And the Cardinals jump on top of the Pirates here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, 2-0. That ball kept carrying to deep right center field. Way to go, Goldie. Well, if there's 2 guys you want to start heating up in the Cardinals lineup, they would be Goldschmidt and Arenado. And Arenado's had a good series for sure, and Paul Goldschmidt just had a good moment. Gorman takes a pitch inside, and that almost clipped his front knee. And you don't really have a front and a back knee, I get it, but when you're facing a pitcher, you know which one your front knee is. 2-0 Cardinals, bottom of the 3rd inning. They have all 3 of the game's hits so far, and the pitch to Gorman is a called strike. On the outside corner, 1-1. So some run support for Lance Lynn, and he hasn't gotten a lot of that. The wind, the pitch, and a breaking pitch for a strike, and he caught the outside corner with that. Gorman had a rough day here last night, or a rough night last night, 4 strikeouts. And he bounced out his first time here today.
It was a hard day's night?
It was a hard day's night. That's exactly right. The 1-2 delivery is fouled off. Outfield is deep for Gorman, and they shade him a little bit towards left center, interestingly enough. I guess they think if he hits it into right center, it's gone anyway.
They're probably right.
The 1-2 pitch to Gorman is way outside, 2-2. So he's getting more and more zeroed in, perhaps, on Mitch Keller. More pitches you see. 23rd pitch of the inning coming up for the Pirate right-hander. Goes into the windup. The pitch is way inside. That wasn't even close, 3-2. This is a guy with good command, but he has been off a bit here. 3-2 count with Arenado due up next. And the pitch is grounded towards first, and it's handled by Tellez, who takes it himself. And that'll do it for the Cardinals as Gorman bounces out. But the Cardinals get on the board. A triple for Wynn, a homer for Goldschmidt. We go to the 4th, 2-0 St. Louis.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance? Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Cut fastball that he throws in on lefties. And there's one of those, and he fouls it off to the left, 92 miles an hour. He'll also throw a sinking fastball down and away to lefties or down and into righties. And one that rides at the top of the zone. And he really works those three different pitches that are essentially one pitch very well. There's a breaking ball, and he got underneath that one and left it high, 2-1. He casted that one. That's what we call that. It's like you're fishing. But nobody was biting on that one. The 2-1 delivery, here it comes, and that's a better one and a called strike. Well, he made an adjustment. It's a game of adjustments.
Yeah, he hit the fish on the head with that cast.
He did. Dropped it right on top of that fish. Cruz flied out to left his first time. The 2-2 pitch to him is a hair outside. And there's that missing by an inch or two for Lance Lynn, and didn't miss by much. That was the sinking fastball and did not get the call. And it was properly called by Phil Cuzzy. Payoff pitch coming up to Cruz. There's a ground ball to second, and Cruz got hurt on that somehow on the swing. Gorman throws him out. Cruz has barely left the box. Still has the bat in his hand, and I wonder if he just twisted a knee or something, or maybe hit himself with the bat on the backswing. One of the two, as he is hobbling over towards the Pirate dugout, and we'll pay attention to that. Remember, this is a guy that broke his leg. We're going to get a replay of it. He didn't foul the ball off of his leg, but on the swing, his hand comes off, and I just wonder if he twisted something there. Well, we'll find out. There's a strike to Edward Olivares, who's playing right field today. Lance Lynn has been outstanding so far. There's a swing and a miss. Pick your favorite fruits and vegetables. Oh, this is a perfect read for me, isn't it, John? In season at Eckert's, the 7th-generation family-owned farm in Illinois. Tasty treats, satisfying food, and fun events abound there. Learn more at ExploreSt.Louis.com. This was the vegetarian's dream to read that particular.
You can do that right before the charter takes off today.
I can. 0-2 the count to Olivares. And the pitch is a bit outside, 1-2. Lance Lynn has been really good here today, and so has Cardinal starting pitching in this series. I mean, outstanding. The bar was set high by Miles Mikolas, who did not give up a hit until the 6th inning in his game. Sonny Gray was really good yesterday. There's a line drive to right field, and that's going to be hit number 1 for the Pirates here in the top of the 4th inning, and it belongs to Olivares, who's now the base runner. 2-0 Cardinals. And Rowdy Tellez is the tying run at the plate and does have some home run potential. Also leads the team in hitting into double plays. Cardinals don't need that, of course. There's 2 outs, but a nice little ground ball to an infielder would be just fine for Lance Lynn. Olivares has just 1 stolen base. There's a ground ball, but it finds a hole up the middle, and Olivares is going to make it to third base as Tellez was jammed by that just a tad, but fought it off, drove it up the middle. Runners at first and third, and the third out is a bit elusive here in the top of the 4th inning. Jared Triolo was a rookie last year for the Pirates and hit .298, so he had a really nice rookie season. This year he's made 31 starts at second, 22 starts at third base. And despite the .215 batting average, has been swinging the bat well of late. Reached on a fielder's choice his first time. Lynn has his sign and the pitch, swing and a miss. 93 with some cut to it. To Triolo. T-R-I-O like trio, and then low, L-O like low. Triolo. 2-0 Redbirds. The next pitch is a bit high, 1-1, maybe outside as well. Cardinals head to Chicago after the game today. Then to Miami. Then to Birmingham, Alabama to play the San Francisco Giants at Rickwood Field. Swing and a miss. The oldest field, by the way, in professional baseball in the United States. The second oldest is, or in the top 3, is Wrigley. So 2 of the 3 oldest fields, and you would say Fenway Park also on that list. The 2 of the 3 the Cardinals will see on this road trip. Lynn trying to finish the inning. He has a 1-2 count on Triolo. And the pitch is swung on and missed. He struck him out. And he has just tied Matt Morris with his 986th career strikeout for...
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Were clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
KMOX is Cardinals Radio.
Bottom of the fourth inning, 2-0 Cardinals, thanks to Paul Goldschmidt. And he would say, he's very polite, he would say you're welcome, as the ball was grounded foul by Nolan Arenado, leads things off here in the fourth inning. 4-game hitting streak going for Nolan, 5 for 9 in this series. He has hit .324 at home. I saw that stat today, and I didn't fall out of my chair, but I was surprised by it. Ooh, a slider for a strike.
Well, good thing the chair has arms.
That's right. Kept me upright here, kind of. But .324 at home, but most of his home runs have been on the road. But he has looked so good in this series. The 0-2 pitch to Nolan is outside, 1-2. He bounced out to second his first time. And he's just 4 for 18 in his career against Mitch Keller. Keller's going to say that about a lot of hitters in baseball. Again, an all-star last year. The 1-2 pitch is a bit outside. Good eye by Nolan. Did not chase that. Just off the dish. Cardinals have hit 2 more home runs than the Pirates have. The 2-2 delivery is hit towards right center, hit pretty well, but it's going to be in the gap and handled by the right fielder, moving over Olivares, and Arenado flies out number 1, and that'll bring in Donovan. This copyrighted broadcast, by the way, is presented by authority of the St. Louis Cardinals, LLC, and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be
disseminated without the express written consent of the St.
Louis
Cardinals.
Brought to you
by
Brown and Crouppen,
a great law
firm. Now you know, swinging a foul by Donovan. Again, they go down and in on Donnie. He was hit by a pitch in the second inning, very similar location, but it got away a little bit more from the right-hander Keller, and he was hit for the 9th time this year. .340 in his career against the Pirates is Donovan, and the breaking pitch catches the outside corner, I guess.
I don't think Cuzzy called that a strike.
Well, the scoreboard has a strike. He raised his arm again like he did before, so I don't know. The 0-2 pitch is fouled. So we're going to assume he called it a strike.
Well, it's 2 strikes now anyway.
It is. On deck, Jose Fermin, who had a base hit his first time. 0-2 pitch coming up, and it's hit to the left side. Hayes moves to his left, about where the shortstop normally plays, and he throws out Donovan. He's retired 5-3, but it kind of looked like a 6-3. And Fermin will bat. So in case you're wondering, when we use numbers like that, and I know if you've followed baseball for a long time, you say, of course I know that, but not everybody has. And you might think, well, what does that mean? Pitcher's 1, catcher's 2. First baseman's 3. This is for scoring purposes. The second baseman is 4. The third base, you skip over the shortstop. I don't know why they do that. There's a pitch outside, but it's a fact. So the second baseman's 4. The third baseman's 5. You jump on back over to the shortstop, and he's 6. And then the outfield from left to right is 7, 8, 9. So now you know. Ground ball, third base side, and that's inside the bag and going towards the corner. Past a diving Hayes. And that'll be a double and maybe more for Fermin as the ball is lost in the corner by Sawinski. He does the head first slide into third, and he's safe. We'll see how that's scored, but either way, Fermin is at third base with 2 outs for the Cardinals. That may have just hugged the wall down there and eluded Sawinski. And Fermin is 2 for 2 today. Oh, boy, took a funny hop off the wall. I think that's going to be a triple. And it is. Chance to drive him in for Pages, and he swings and fouls it off. So the second triple of the game for the Cardinals. You can go a lot of games in a row without seeing 2 triples in the same game by the same team. But that's what's happened today. Pages, a 1-strike count. And the pitch to him, grounded to the right side. That's a base hit. Pages drives in Fermin, and the Cardinals lead 3-0. RBI number 6 for Pages. And the Cardinals get it done here with 2 outs in the 4th.
Not bad for a guy who has 3 hits and 27 at-bats to have 6 RBIs.
Make them count. A couple of sacrifice flies on that list.
And his first major league hit was a 3 RBI double in Anaheim.
So Michael Ciani bats for the second time with Pages the runner at first base. And the pitch to Ciani's a breaking ball for a strike. A lot of sweepers used by Keller here today. And I explained all the numbers for teams for players for scoring, and you may wonder what a sweeper is too if you're new to baseball. There's a ground ball. Oh boy, the bat almost hit the pitcher as it broke in half, and thankfully he's okay as the bat went all the way out to the second base umpire. Ciani's thrown out at first by the third baseman.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
I wonder whether or not he shows up.
Only one place you can hear it. 97.1 FM Talk.
I really think he has to debate. He might as well get it over with.
June 27th, exclusively on 97.1 FM Talk.
98.7 FM is Cardinals Radio.
It's Jack Zawinski in the 5th inning, taking ball 1 outside from Lance Lynn. Lynn has been supplied a 3-0 lead with a 2-run homer by Paul Goldschmidt. The pitch, a ball high, and then a triple by Fermin, his first in the big leagues, followed by a Pedro Pages RBI single to right field. Olivares and Tellez got the first 2 hits for the Pirates with 2 outs in the 4th, but they were left on when Triolo struck out. Triolo, I should say. A swing and a miss. It's 2-1 on Zawinski. Triolo's strikeout was the 986th of Lance Lynn's career. The 2-1. Up and away, a ball. 3 balls and a strike. Zawinski was called out on strikes the first time up and has struck out 52 times.
There's a note on the Cardinals triples. Again, 2 triples in one game here this afternoon.
The 3-1 pitch. Ball 4 up and away. A leadoff walk in the 5th inning. The first time a leadoff man has been on for the Pirates.
And the last time the Cardinals had 2 triples at Busch Stadium was 2019. It was Goldschmidt and Tommy Edman both had triples on September 4th against the Giants. And there's a note here from a couple of friends of ours that they have 2 triples every night.
That's what I understand.
I guess I understand that.
Here's a strike on the outside corner to Yasmani Grandal. Grandal, who's played with San Diego, the Dodgers, Milwaukee, the White Sox, and now the Pirates. Switch hitter, batting left-handed. 1 hit in his last 15 at-bats. And Grandal has grounded into 3 double plays. Lynn's pitch, upstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. Sunday, June 23rd is Black Heritage Day at the ballpark, presented by your Quality Ford dealers. Fans who purchase a theme ticket will take home an exclusive Cardinals jersey designed by Brock Seals. Info at cardinals.com/theme. And we'll see you here at Busch Stadium. Out hitting the Pirates 5-2. The pitch, base hit to right field. That's 5-3 now. Taking the turn at second, Sawinski will stop there. Burleson's throw comes in to Wynn, who is on the grass between second and the mound.
And Sawinski, who runs well, did not take third base because of the reputation of Alec Burleson, who has 4 outfield assists. He charged that ball hard.
Out there to break it up. And Pajes is taking his time heading back to the plate. Well, it's a long day out there for the pitchers, the catchers, the umpires are out there the whole time.
They are.
On a hot sunny day like this in St. Louis. Dusty makes it to the top step of the dugout. Lynn is ready to go. Bases loaded. The pitch to Hayes. He takes a strike. He didn't swing on the first pitch that time. He did on the first pitch of the game and lined out to the center fielder, Ciani. The next time up, he grounded out, but it wasn't on the first pitch. The next offering, outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hayes has 15 runs batted in, 4 by way of a sacrifice fly. Over at third base, Sawinski. The pitch on the way. A strike called. That caught the corner. A cutter. 89 miles an hour. 1-2 on Hayes. Sawinski at third. Grandal at second. And Taylor with good speed is the runner at first. Paul Goldschmidt plays behind him. The outfielders are tilted toward right and right center, giving up the left field line. The pitch upstairs. 2-2. Donovan is past the 375 marker on the wall out by the Pirate bullpen. So he's closer to center field than he is the left field line.
He sure is.
The runners lead at first, second, and third. Lynn with the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Got him to chase a high hard one. Hayes strikes out. 1 down. 5 strikeouts for Lance Lynn.
And that opens up the kind of the avenue for how you can get out of this inning. As that was Not a good approach by Hayes there. He could not hold up on the pitch at the top part of the zone. Cardinals, who had the infield back anyway, hoping for a double play with nobody out. Now really hoping for it with one out.
And here's Reynolds. Reynolds a strikeout and a flyout, and he hits a foul ball out of play down the left field line. That's John King backing up Lance Lynn in the Cardinal bullpen. The Pirates have the bases loaded, one down. The Cardinals lead 3-0, top of the fifth. Lynn from the stretch. His pitch. Reynolds takes upstairs. Reynolds has hit .247 in his career against the Cardinals. 6 home runs and 35 runs batted in. A couple of years ago, I thought he was going to be traded.
Yeah.
The trade deadline.
Well, I think he thought so as well.
So much interest around baseball for his services. Ground ball that's knocked down by Lynn. He picks it up. He throws to first. Safe. And Lynn tumbled after making the throw, and that's a base hit and a run batted in. 3-1 Cardinals. Sawinski, who led off the inning with a walk, scores.
Boy, that's a bad break for the Cardinals. If that ball does not hit Lance Lynn, there's a chance. It wasn't hit that hard. A chance for it being a double play. At least there would have been an out. But because it hit off his foot, tried to jump out of the way. It went about 10 feet in front of him. And by the time he got to the baseball, it actually hit the heel of his right foot. And he tried to make the throw and not in time to get Reynolds at first base.
Oliver Marmol is on his way out of the dugout. O'Neal Cruz is coming up. And there's the pitching change. I wonder if they're going to check on Lance after being hit by the ball, but that is the second visit. And a pitching change brought to you by Goodwill. Give hope, give local, give Goodwill. We will be back.
During the final days of the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event at Offenburg Kia in Shiloh, Illinois.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
(314-993-0111) or visit thegatesworth.com. The Gatesworth, exceptional people, exceptional living.
KingMOX.com is Cardinals Radio.
Well, John King inherits a bases-loaded situation with one out, a run in for the Pirates in the fifth inning. But King has really been good at getting ground balls. That's what he's hoping for here from left-handed batting Cruz. A swing and a line drive to left. That gets down for a hit. One run scores. Here comes the tying run trying to score, and scoring standing, Taylor, and he ties the game. The hit by Cruz drove in Grandal and Taylor. Those runs are charged to Lance Lynn. Reynolds is on second base, and Cruz with a two-run single. And John King did not get the ground ball he wanted. It was a pitch away, and Cruz went the other way with it.
Pitch count really jumped up for Lance Lynn in that inning. 82 pitches for Lance. That means he threw over 20 in the inning.
Here's a ground ball past the mound. Right to Gorman, flipping to win for one. On to first, double play. Olivares is out. The play goes 4-6-3 on the double play, but the Pirates have tied the score halfway through the game.
Enough and get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for just $30 a line. Switch today.
With AutoPay using debit or bank account plus taxes and fees. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. See details.
Your home of the Cardinals. KMOX.
A brand new ballgame at Busch Stadium. The Cardinals bat in the 5th, and an inside pitch from Keller backs Mason Wynn off the plate. Well, a no-hitter through 6 innings in Kansas City for Alec Marsh. That's against the Yankees, 2-0 Royals. The pitch in there for a strike. That's on our Dobbs Tire and Auto Center scoreboard. Here's Keller into the windup and the 1-1 for Wynn. A line drive base hit to left field. After a ground out, Wynn has tripled. Now he is singled. He's on for Burleson as we pause for a station ID on the Cardinals Network, powered by Graybar.
Score big with One Cardinal Way Luxury Apartments, now leasing studio, 1 and 2 bedroom units. For current availability, visit onecardinalway.com and schedule your tour today.
KMOX, KEZK HD2, K254CR St. Louis.
Along with Mike Claiborne, Ricky Horton, I'm John Rooney. Jim Jackson is our producer engineer at Busch Stadium. Matt Pajeski's in the St. Louis studio, and here's an inside pitch that hits Burleson. Burleson has been hit by a pitch for the first time this season. That puts 2 on for Goldschmidt. Wynn goes down to second. The second hit batter today by Mitch Keller. Donovan was the other. Marsh, by the way, Ricky, has thrown 79 pitches through 6. In no hitting the Yankees, he has walked 2 and struck out 5.
So he may have enough pitches to continue on throughout that game. That'll be interesting to follow.
Here's Goldschmidt swinging and missing a high fastball. Goldie grounded out. Then he hit his 8th home run of the year, scoring Wynn in the 3rd.
Traffic in every inning against Keller except the 1-2-3 first inning.
Keller from the stretch. The pitch. Goldschmidt takes high. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You know, Keller seems a little tired, too, as we kind of watch his...
It's one of those days out there.
Yeah,
How did you navigate through days like this?
Well, you really make sure you rest in between innings. I'll tell you another thing you do is you rest while you're out there on the mound.
The pitch. In there for a strike. How do you do that with the pitch time?
Well, I was going to say, you can't do that anymore. There were times where you just walk off the back of the mound and you don't want to talk to anybody. You would just kind of relax and chill and do whatever it took to kind of calm yourself. But there's no escaping it now. You got to get back up there and throw.
From the stretch, the 2-1 pitch. Goldschmidt, a big swing and a foul ball back. 2-2 on Goldie.
We used to have a bucket of ice water in the tunnel by the Cardinals dugout in Busch Stadium, too, and you just walk up the tunnel, there'd be a fan and a bucket of ice, and you'd basically put this towel over your head and try to regain normalcy in between innings.
The 2-2 pitch with nobody out. Goldschmidt swings and goes down on strikes. Big strikeout there for Keller as the Cardinals are trying to break the tie. 3-3 here in the fifth. And let's see if Gorman can get the job done. Gorman is 1 for 10 in this series. That was a 9th inning home run Tuesday. The strikeout is the 3rd by Keller. He has hit 2 batters. From the stretch, the pitch. Gorman hits it hard, foul back of Stubby Clapp, the Cardinal first base coach.
I tell you, he's thrown some hanging sweepers as far as I'm concerned. The ball's just kind of sitting there, and I think that was one of them, and Gorman just didn't quite square it up, but that was a hittable pitch.
Gorman has grounded out first base to the pitcher covering and grounded out to the first baseman Tellez. Good speed at second and win. A swing and a miss. He pulled off that pitch. 0-2 on Nolan Gorman. Gorman using up a timeout. 76 pitches for Keller. 55 of those in the strike zone. Wynn leads at second. Burleson away from first. The pitch. Gorman takes a high breaking ball.
So Lance Lynn did, in fact, pass Matt Morris on the all-time strikeout list for the Cardinals. So he's in 6th place with his 5 strikeouts here today, but he would have loved to put that one more 0 up on the board.
The Pirates have a left-hander warming in their bullpen. The pitch, a swing and a miss. It looked like Gorman started to swing, stopped, and then carried through, missing a slider. Back-to-back strikeouts of Goldschmidt and Gorman. And now Nolan Arenado. What does it mean to be rich? At Edward Jones, it means supporting local communities. Edward Jones is proud to provide big brothers, big sisters with unique experiences from mentorship by partnering with the Cardinals. Edward Jones, supporting local communities with a spirit of caring through rich moments like these. Here's a pitch in for a strike on the inside corner. Brule is the left-hander warming up for the Pirates. King is in the game for the Cardinals. Troy Croft was backing him up in the bullpen after King replaced Lance Lynn. Keller's pitch. There's a swing and a high fly down the left field line. And a long run for Sawinski. He gets over there by the foul line and makes the catch. The Cardinals leave 2 on. On to the 6th in a 3-3 game against the Pirates.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
and an incredible Cardinals-inspired art collection. Visit onecardinalway.com for current availability and to schedule your tour today.
The Cardinals on KMOX.
John King to Rowdy Tellez, strike one with a fastball down the middle. Tellez a walk and a single while facing Lance Lynn today. And Tellez leads off the sixth inning of a 3-3 game. The Cardinals and Pirates at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. The pitch by King, and that's outside. King lost two inherited runners when he gave up a hit to O'Neill Cruz, scoring Grandal and Taylor, tying the game at 3. Lance Lynn was charged with 3 runs, 4 hits over 4 1/3. King's pitch, baby right there, a strike called at the knees at 94.
If you like watching or being a part of or listening to close baseball games, I think the 2024 Cardinal team is your choice. I mean, they haven't won them all, of course. They're right at or just a little bit below 500, but it seems like every single night, John, it's a tie game in the 5th, 6th, or 7th inning.
The 1-2 pitch here for Rowdy Tellez. King deals outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and Roycroft is again warming up. In the 1-run games, the Cardinals are 50-50 at 9-9. And in the 2-run games, they're 50-50, 8 up and 8 down. But it seems like they're involved in games 3 runs or less all the time. Ball 3 backs Tellez off the plate.
71% of the time, second most in all of baseball in terms of 3 runs or less to the New York Mets.
And King gets a new baseball from Pedro Pajes. 3-2 on Tellez. He walked with 1 out in the 2nd inning. 2 walks in the 5th inning by Lynn came in to score. The pitch, chopped on the ground to the second baseman to his left. Gorman has it from the outfield grass. He throws out Tellez. 1 away, and that brings in Jared Triolo. Katie's Pizza and Pasta in Ballpark Village, an award-winning restaurant bringing a modern twist to regional Italian cuisine using fresh, local, and seasonal ingredients. Visit them today or go to katie'spizzaandpasta.com. Here's a swing and a miss by Triolo. Well, Soto singled to lead off the 7th inning. So there goes the no-hitter for Alec Marsh of the Royals. So the Royals are hosting the New York Yankees. 2-0 Kansas City in the 7th. On the Dobbs Tire and Auto Center scoreboard. The ball in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike on Triolo. Jack Sawinski is on deck. Gorman plays up the middle at second base. Right at the edge of the outfield grass. A deep short for Wynn. And a ball fades outside. 2-1. Atlanta is leading 6-3 at the Orioles. Do or die bottom of the 9th for the Baltimore Orioles. Detroit beat Washington 7-2. And the pitch is taken for ball 3 away.
Cubs play at Tampa Bay. That game starts later.
And the Cardinals play at the Cubs at Wrigley Field at 1:20 tomorrow. The 3-1 pitch with 1 out. That's outside and a walk for Triolo. Jack Sawinski is up. Sawinski walked leading off the 5th inning and scored 1 of the 3 runs. He was called out on strikes in the 2nd. Sawinski from Chicago, Illinois. 25 years old. 0 for 3 in the series with a walk and a run scored. A look to first and the pitch by King. Foul ball. Well, how about another ground ball? King got a double play from Olivares. That ended the 5th inning. We're in the 6th. The Cardinals scored 2 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th. And the Pirates got all 3 of their runs in the 5th inning. They had the bases loaded with nobody out and brought them in. There's a strike. 95 on the sinking fastball from King.
And a lot of credit to King for getting that double play. He gives up the hit. Yes, he gives up 2 inherited runners. Yeah, but could have snowballed worse after that. That double play could be a key moment in this game.
Now from the stretch. The pitch on the way. Outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kyle Gibson, 4-2 against to be announced. I don't think Craig Counsell has announced a starting pitcher for the next day against the Cardinals
ever.
In the last 6 years. The 1-2 pitch with 1 away. Check swing. Did he offer? And there's no appeal.
I'm surprised they're not appealing that.
I'd be appealing that one. 2-2 on Sawinski.
Nope.
He checked. Here's King with the pitch. Nope. A throw to first base. And back standing. No tag on Triolo. Stratton is warming in the bullpen now for the Pirates. Roycroft continues to throw, taking his time, pacing himself in the Cardinal bullpen. The 2-2 pitch with 1 on, 1 out. King to Sawinski. A swing and a miss. He struck him out. The first strikeout for King. And with 2 outs, Yasmani Grandal, switch batter, will bat right-handed.
Or will he?
I don't think so. I think Oliver Marmol wants him to bat left-handed, Ricky. So we have the pitching change. It's brought to you by Missouri Farmers Care. Every time I turn around to read this pitching change, I see this caricature that Chip drew of Ricky.
I'm going to put it on Twitter right now. For folks who are interested in that, Ricky.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Online, the official grad school of the St. Louis Cardinals.
Life is full of moments, both big and small, each a chapter in your own unique story. Through the everyday and extraordinary, First Mid is here to help shape every page. Beyond banking services alone, we're a valued partner and advisor with the guidance and resources for living your best life. So, whether you're buying groceries, budgeting your dream kitchen, planning for retirement, or protecting your life's work, think First. First Mid. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
KMOX. The Cardinals play here.
Yasmani Grandal bats with 2 outs, a runner on. He's up there left-handed. Roycroft misses inside and low to the Pirates catcher.
John, for those who don't use X, and I did put the Chip Carey original on X, but you can also get it on Instagram, Ricky STL49.
Oh, it's a work of art.
I'll say.
The 1-0. The pitch inside. You might see that in the Warhol Museum in Pittsburgh.
I might.
Days.
Have you been to that?
Yes.
As have I.
2-0 on Grandal. He singled and scored one of the 3 runs back in the 5th inning. We're in the 6th with 2 outs. The 2-0 pitch. A swing and a foul. That is some easy heat at 97 from Roycroft. And you say, hello, big guy to Roycroft, you're right. And he comes right after batters. The tall right-hander works from the third base side of the rubber. The 2-1 pitch with a runner at first. Grandal swings and misses. 96, sinking to the lower part of the zone. 6'8", 230 pounds, Chris Roycroft. 26 years old, born in Dundee, Illinois, played his college ball at Aurora U. Roycroft from the stretch. The 2-2 pitch. A shot up the middle. Diving play by Wynn. He throws out the runner at first.
Wow.
Wynn thought about trying to get the out on Triolo, but had too far to run to get to second, and then threw to first to retire Grandal. That was a rocket up the middle, and a diving play by Wynn ended the top of the sixth. Put a
Young's 15 and younger entering with a ticket will also receive a Kids Growth poster featuring fan favorite Lars Nootbaar, thanks to Missouri Farmers Care. Stick around after the game for the High 2 Kids Run the Bases. For more details, visit Cardinals.com/promotions.
This is Lars Nootbaar, St. Louis Cardinals for the Lou.
The Cards on KMOX.com.
We invite you to join the next generation of baseball training and train at home with Win Reality. Build confidence, face real pitchers, improve, and compete. Visit winreality.com. That's where you'll learn more. Brendan Donovan, time to get the line moving for the Cardinals in the sixth inning. A 3-3 game with the Pirates. Donnie takes high and wide, ball one, and he breathes a sigh of relief that pitch didn't hit him on the left leg. He was hit by a pitch the first time up. The pitch. That's outside. Working away on both pitches. Keller falls behind 2-0. Donovan was hit by a pitch in the second, grounded out to third in the fourth inning. Keller swings into the windup, the pitch. Donovan fouls one just over our heads.
Oh. I thought we were finally going to get one in the booth.
You mean a second one?
Well, I wasn't here for the first one, so I guess I should believe it. But I didn't see it. Well, I did see the broken monitor, so I guess I know what happened.
The 2-1, there's a high fly ball. That's hit deep to right. Back to the track, the wall, a gunner. Brendan Donovan with his fifth home run of the year, leading off the sixth. And the Cardinals go ahead 4-3. Donovan usually hits line drives that are out of here quick as a hiccup, but that one had some suspense to it.
It sure did. It was a high fly to right. His fly balls typically go the other way to left field. Line drives he pulls, but he got that one in the air, and it just it had plenty, actually. Went about 4 rows deep into the right field seats.
Here's Fermin taking outside a ball. The second home run given up by Keller, who had allowed 6 home runs in 79 2/3 coming in.
Got to be his last inning here. Has to be.
Fermin with a half swing, and he chops it over the mound, fielded by the second baseman, Triolo, and he throws out Fermin. Fermin, a bid for his third hit. A little more than a half swing, he rolled out as Fermin singled in his first big league triple and scored on a base hit by this batter, Pedro Paez, and that came with 2 outs in the fourth inning. Good thing it did, because the Pirates scored 3 in the fifth to tie it. Brendan Donovan has just untied it, hitting home run number 5 this year. Pages takes inside, and he jackknifes out of the way. The pitch by Keller, a swing, and that's a foul over the screen. 12:25 airtime tomorrow. 1:10, Ricky has the lineups. And at 1:20, TBA will throw the first pitch. The Cubs have not announced their starter yet, but the Cardinals have. It's Kyle Gibson. He'll go for his 5th win. The pitch. Ground ball past the mound. Triolo waits for it. The second baseman throws out Pages. A home run, then 2 groundouts to second. Michael Ciani gets to the plate with 2 away in the 6th. We have 3 day games in Chicago. An early game as part of the Roku series on Sunday.
There are times where you are not sure who's going to start for you because you've got maybe an injury situation or you're wondering about your bullpen on a particular day. And there are other times where you're just plain being a nuisance by not.
Here's a swing and a miss. That's a nice way of putting it.
Well, you knew where I was going, but the point is by not announcing the starter, you create all kinds of work for the other team's coaching staff that has to be done in a short period of time. And with day games, that makes it worse in Chicago.
Here's Ciani showing bunt, pulling the bat back. He takes outside, 1-1.
I'd be okay with baseball saying, and you know, you don't want to overly legislate it, but you know, they have rules about when you have to announce your lineup. I mean, it seems like with the starting pitcher, they could do something to improve that.
Ciani shows bunt again, takes it away, and takes a slider for a strike. 1-2 on the Cardinals center fielder, who was struck out and grounded out, and is 1 for 9 in the series. His 1 hit, a bunt single. Keller with the 1-2 pitch. Ciani rips it into left field, and that drops in for a hit. And that turns the lineup over to Mason Wynn, who has a triple and a single his last 2 times up. Rule, the left-hander's ready in the bullpen, and he'll be ready if we get to Burleson here in the 6th inning. Or will he? I think he's ready about now.
I think so.
And we have a pitching change brought to you by Goodwill. Give hope, give local, give Goodwill. And there is a visit right now, but do we have the pitching change? They have a right-hander throwing now in the Pirate bullpen.
He's going to let him go.
He will. No pitching change here. Just a quick mention for our friends at Goodwill.
Yeah, well, they're welcome. You're welcome.
So it will be Wynn facing Keller for the 4th time. Wynn grounded out to third. A triple, a run scored on the Goldschmidt home run. Then a base hit. And Mason was left on second base in the 5th inning. Stratton and Brule have been throwing. Stratton, the right-hander. A lead at first base for Michael Ciani. He's going. The pitch all the way back to the screen, and the ball hit the bricks and carried him back to the pitcher. Keller picked it up between the mound and first base. A stolen base for Ciani, his 7th in 9 attempts.
I love that aggressiveness. I mean, why wait? Just go. And if you get there earlier in the count, that just makes it easier for the hitter to figure out the right pitch to handle to drive you in.
Now runner at second with the 1-0 pitch. A swing and a fly ball right field. Coming on, Olivares, he has it. Win is 2 out of 4, and the Cardinals leave Ciani on second, but they scored on a Donovan home run. Ricky has the 7th. The Cardinals lead the Pirates 4-3 at Busch Stadium.
Greetings, fellow citizens of Cardinal.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
KMOX is Cardinals Radio.
We go to the top of the 7th inning, and thanks to Brendan Donovan, the Cardinals have a 4-3 lead. His 5th home run of the year into the right field seats off of the Pirates starter Mitch Keller has given the Cardinals the lead again. And it's Roycroft back out, and his first pitch is a called strike, and he looks good again. He is just controlling that fastball down at the knees. Roycroft is set, and the one strike pitch is a breaking ball for a strike. Some defensive changes for the Cardinals. Brendan Donovan has moved in from the outfield. He's now playing third base. And Dylan Carlson is now in left field, and he will be batting in the 7th spot in the order. So he essentially replaces Fermin, who was 2 for 3 in this game. Had a good game. The 0-2 pitch coming up from Roycroft, and it's outside with the slider. So Carlson batting in the 7th spot for St. Louis and playing left field. Nolan Arenado, in case you're wondering, is the DH today, and that's why he's not at third. But it is Donovan over there. He and Wynn on the left side of the infield. 1-2 pitch coming up, and that's outside, 2-2. John King has pitched in this game. He came on and gave up a single to the first batter he faced, but he ended up going an inning and a third in relief of Lance Lynn and walked one, struck out one, and gave up just that one hit and no runs. Next delivery is a jam shot base hit into left field as hits it past Donovan. That was a good stroke by Michael A. Taylor. So the tying run aboard here as we play in the top of the 7th inning. And before the next batter comes to the plate, that's Ke'Bryan Hayes. Let's pause for station ID on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Gray Bar.
Skip the drive-through line. Your favorite coffee house flavors are ready anytime with Prairie Farms' new barista-style single-served iced coffees, now at your local retailer. Visit prairiefarms.com.
KMOX, KEZK HD2, K254CR St. Louis.
Swing and a fly ball into center field, and moving over and making the play is Siani. He got a good jump on that ball. Another jam shot. And Ke'Bryan Hayes again swinging at the first pitch. He's now 0 for 4, 0 for his last 12 as he hits a line drive to center. And that'll be the last pitch thrown by Roycroft as Ali Marmol makes his way to the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change. And there I go looking at my picture on the wall again. But the pitching change is brought to you by Goodwill. Give hope, give local, give Goodwill. We'll be right back.
During the final days of the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event at Offenburg Kia in Shiloh, Illinois, save $44.14 off MSRP on a
curated cocktail menu, a custom beer glass, and complimentary field box tickets to a Cardinals game. Plus, there will be MLB and Cardinal alumni guest bartending throughout the evening. Visit cardinalsnation.com for more information and to make your reservation.
98.7 FM is Cardinals Radio.
New pitcher for St. Louis is Matthew Liberatore, and the lefty is the second left-hander used by Ollie Marmol. We're going to have a pinch runner now at first base. It was actually Michael A. Taylor who went and had a seat in the dugout. I wonder why they pinch running for Michael A. Taylor. It is him coming out to the bag late here as we had a bit of a timeout. Now we're ready to go, and Liberatore, the lefty working from the third base side of the rubber, delivers a pitch, and it's swung on and missed by Brian Reynolds, who's turned around to bat from the right side. He's 1 for 3 in this game. He now has hit in 11 straight games for Pittsburgh and 11 straight games, different games, against the Cardinals. Nice lead at first by Taylor, not going, and the pitch is high, 1-1. Tying run is at first base. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Cardinals have out-hit the Pirates 8-6, errorless game so far. Cardinals infielders looking for a double play. Donovan, Wynn, Gorman, and the pitch is taken high, 2-1. Lynn started, went 4 to third innings, gave up 4 hits and 3 runs. Walked 3, struck out 5. John King, an inning and a third, 1 hit. That scored a couple of runs, but not charged to him. A walk and a strikeout. Then Roycroft faced 3 batters. Now it's Liberatore. Next delivery is hit sharply down the left field line, but it's going to be foul. He got a hanger there.
Do you have an attendance guess?
I do. I had to think a little harder there until I heard it a second time in my head. 33,398. That's a funny little drawing you just showed me. 2-2 pitch in the dirt. Let me see. Where'd you get that?
Just came in the mail.
It is a complex algorithm that depicts what goes through my brain as I'm calculating the attendance. Well done.
It looks like it. Or wait for Brian Bartow to announce it.
The 3-2 pitch is swung on and fouled off towards the Pirates dugout. That is outstanding. I might have to put that on X and Instagram as well. In fact, I'm sure I will.
I just put an X through it.
Liberatore comes set. He's working with Pajes. Nice lead at first, not going. The 3-2 pitch is fouled off again. So hanging tough is
I figured this would be a pretty good battle here.
It is.
Chapman has been throwing in the bullpen alongside another lefty, Brule, for the Pirates.
And Andrew Kittredge is up in the Cardinals pen. So this is the lane for Liberatore that would probably go through Tellez, unless there's a pinch hitter for him, and that's possible. They've got McCutcheon on the bench. 3-2 pitch is hit hard into center field, but it's going to stay in the ballpark as Siani backs up, still backpedaling, and makes the play just in front of the warning track. So a base hit, then 2 flyouts to center, and it'll bring in O'Neill Cruz.
And Liberatore had Reynolds bring his arm in just enough. Just bring them in where he couldn't drive it over the center field wall.
That he did. You can celebrate Father's Day at Cardinals Nation on Saturday, June 15th for Dad's Don't Brunch Dinner. Okay. Enjoy a Carvery buffet, curated beer. Now you're talking, and cocktail menus at Anheuser-Busch Brewmaster Visit, plus Benji Molina and Andy Van Slyke, and they'll be guest bartenders. Oh, man.
Now you're talking.
This is going to be a blast. Visit Cardinals.
Now I get it.
CardinalsNation.com for more information. That's Father's Day at Cardinals Nation, June 15th. A lot going on, I told you, when the Cardinals go away. Always something happening. Swing and a miss at a good breaking ball from Liberatore. And that evens the count at 1-1 on the 6-7 shortstop from the Dominican, O'Neill Cruz.
The Yankees lead 3-2 at Kansas City in the 8th now.
They got their hit and they kept going, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. They're trying to sweep that series.
1-1 delivery is hit into center field again, so 3 fly ball outs to center as long as Siani catches that ball, and he does. And that'll do it for the Pirates in the 7th. A donut goes up on the board, and we are...
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Rock Seals. Make sure to come early for a pregame heritage celebration. A portion of each ticket sold will be donated to We Power. That's Black Heritage Day at the ballpark, Sunday, June 23rd. For tickets and info, visit cardinals.com/theme. St. Louis Cardinals for the Lube.
KingMOX.com is Cardinals Radio.
It's a new pitcher for the Pirates. His name is Justin Brule, and he will face Alec Burleson, Paul Goldschmidt, and Nolan Gorman here in the bottom of the seventh. Brule, the lefty, delivers. And a check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Strike one. The seventh inning stretch presented by SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of the St. Louis Cardinals. Brule, a 6'2 lefty, 26 years old, from Petaluma, California. There's a swing and a miss. He went to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. There's another man at the ballpark today that went to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. His name is Ozzie Smith. Pretty good player. Burleson, Goldschmidt, and Gorman to bat. Slider misses outside, and it is 1-2 to Burleson, who has flied out, struck out, and been hit by a pitch. Ozzie, of course, here, part of the fantasy camp that's coming up, and everybody loves Ozzie. He shows how to turn those double plays to the campers, and they love it. Oh, there's a strike on the outside corner, and Burley gets rung up. You don't see that very often, and he thought that pitch may have been away. Kids are invited to swing for the fences and play ball during MLB's Play Ball Weekend, June 14th through the 16th. Every kid is invited to join the fun at events across the globe or in your own backyard. Learn more at playball.org/weekend. And again, we've got some Cardinals dealing with some play ball activities during the road trip as well. So a lot going on, as I mentioned, here at Busch Stadium. Benji Molina will be a part of that, and Andy Van Slyke as well. They'll be a part of a Big Brothers Big Sisters event. Swing and a foul by Goldschmidt, who has bounced out, homered, and struck out in this game. Outfield is deep for Goldie. He homered into the bleachers in right center earlier in this game and takes a breaking pitch low. Boy, that's good to see him homering in that direction. That's about the direction that he hit a home run that went into the Allegheny in PNC Park, the only right-handed batter to hit one into the water in right field. It bounced off the concourse and ended up in the drink. Swing and a fly ball down the left field line, but that is hooking foul and not quite home run distance for Goldie. comes set, and the pitch is hit high in the air again, and he just missed that. That is sky high into left field, but it's going to come down into the glove of the left fielder, Sawinski. And Goldie is 1 for 4 here this afternoon. The Cardinals have found a way to get the lead here. Donovan's home run in the 6th inning. They had 2 runs in the 3rd. They added 1 in the 4th inning with a 2-out hit for Pages. And they kept the Pirates down for the most part. They did have a 3-run inning, but just 6 hits for the Pirates. The Cardinals have really kept them down in this series. There's a ground ball right side. Moving over is the second baseman, Triolo, and he throws out his counterpart, Gorman, and the Cardinals go quietly 1-2-3 inning against.
Thirds now, 6 innings of pitching his last 6 outings. And he has struck out 6. Walking just 2, allowing 4 hits. The pitch. There's a strike. 93, a sinking fastball on the outside corner to left-handed batting Rowdy Tellez. Tellez moved from Toronto to Milwaukee and has moved on now to the Pirates. He takes a pitch on the inside corner at 94. Tellez crowding the plate, thought that was too far inside to call a strike.
Boy, the plate has to seem pretty wide to him right now, doesn't it? You could get him to chase, I would think, off the plate.
The 0-2 pitch. And that's low. Blocked by Pages. New ball thrown to the mound. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tellez day so far, a walk, a base hit, and a ground out to second. The Cardinals lead 4-3 thanks to a Brendan Donovan home run in the 6th. Tellez swings and strikes out. A strikeout of Olivares, Tellez, and now Triolo. Triolo batting with 2 down. Don't miss your chance to get discounted Cardinals tickets. Get 8 or more gallons of gas at a participating station using the MyPhillips 66 Fuel Forward app and receive 2 for 1 Cardinals tickets. For more information, visit cardinals.com/Phillips66. Triolo has a walk, a strikeout, then a forced play ground ball, a big swing and a foul that almost picked off one of the bat boys over there. Look alive over there, guys. That's the way our good friend Tom Sherry used to welcome callers to his talk show.
You look alive?
Look alive. Here's a pitch, and that's taken low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Of course, that happened to be at 4:30 in the morning when he signed on, I think.
No wonder he said that.
He started at like 6 or something. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Outside a ball, 2 balls and a strike. Fernandez, a Rule 5 pick from the Boston Red Sox. And he has been more than a welcome addition to the Cardinal bullpen. The pitch. Just off the outside corner, 94. 3-1 on Triolo. Sawinski, a left-handed batter, is on deck. Fernandez into the windup, the 3-1 pitch. And that's in the dirt, a 2-out walk. The tying run is on for Sawinski. Here's that razor-thin edge for the Cardinals playing all these close games.
Well, that probably gets somebody loosening in the Cardinals' pen. I would guess maybe it would be JoJo for the 9th here. Hard to say.
Elsley has been in on the first 2 games. The pitch. Check swing, strike anyway. Strike 1 to Sawinski. A walk and a run scored today. Around that walk, 2 strikeouts. They play Sawinski to pull on the infield, a step to pull in the outfield. The pitch. Sawinski takes high and wide. Fernandez struck out the first 2, Olivares and Tellez. And then Triolo took a walk. Tarek Brock over at first base, saying something to his runner there, Triolo. Triolo with a good lead, draws a throw. Fernandez was paying attention to him. No tag, put down by Goldie. Goldschmidt with a 2-run homer. Pajes with an RBI hit and a solo shot for Brendan Donovan. That's the Cardinals scoring. Now the pitch by Fernandez. A swing and a high fly ball. Foul out of play off to the left. The final game of the homestand. The Cardinals split with the Rockies, split 4 games. They're trying to win 2 out of 3 from the Pirates. And it's a 1-run game in favor of the Birds on the bat. The pitch. Sawinski checks his swing and takes just outside. 2-2. Sawinski with the uniform pants bloused at the knees. Slider didn't break much. And Sawinski did not swing. Now the pitch. He swings and fouls that pitch back.
Boy, that was a bit of a hanger, too. So back-to-back sliders that were up in the zone, not the intended location for Ryan Fernandez, either one of them.
Lance Lynn started, giving up 3 runs, 4 hits over 4 1/3. John King, an inning and a third, 1 hit, a walk, a strikeout. Roycroft, 2/3 of an inning with a hit. Liberatore, 2/3 of an inning, zeros. The pitch by Fernandez. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Sawinski leaves Triolo on base as Fernandez struck out 3 in the 8th. We go to the bottom.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
They're personalized savings only for you. Just tap the savings icon and it will load all your personalized savings. And they change weekly. Personalized savings just for you in the Schnucks Rewards app.
The Cardinals on KMOX.
Hunter Stratton is the new pitcher for the Pirates after Justin Brule worked a fast 7th inning. A called third strike, a fly out, a ground out. And Nolan Arenado is going to be leading off. He'll be followed by Brendan Donovan and then Dylan Carlson with his first at bat. Arenado's 0 for 3 today after going 5 for 8 through the first 2 games of the series. The pitch, Arenado takes strike 1 from Stratton. Keller started 6 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs. He struck out 4, gave up home runs to Goldschmidt and Donovan, and hit 2 batters, Donovan and Burleson. Here's a ball high. 1 ball, 1 strike on Arenado. 27-year-old Hunter Stratton, 6'4", 225 pounds. Born in Bristol, Tennessee. His pitch, a swing and a miss.
He was overall draft pick number 478, so a 16th round. They don't have that many rounds anymore. They don't do that, but they're talking about a guy that's had some perseverance to get to the big leagues.
The 1-2 pitch here for Nolan Arenado. A foul ball, and that goes out of play. He's out of Walters State Community College in Tennessee. His major league debut last year, September the 5th. And a big league record of 2-1, 3.74 ERA. It's his 37th major league appearance. Appearance number 29 this year, 2-1 with a 4.31 ERA this year. A half swing, and Arenado is hit by the pitch, or was that a foul ball? It is a strike on Arenado, who's pleading his case with the first base umpire, Tony Randazzo. And Arenado is arguing now with Phil Cousy. Here comes Oliver Marmol.
We're trying to figure out what the call is. They're saying that he
swung at it and is out on strikes, even though he was struck by the pitch. Tony Randazzo at first base said that's a swing. Let's pause here for a station ID on the Cardinals Network, powered by Graybar.
Proficient is a global digital consulting leader and one of St. Louis's fastest growing public companies and a proud partner of the St. Louis Cardinals. When the world needs big thinking and innovative ideas, Proficient has them.
KMOX, KEZK, HD2, K254CR, St. Louis.
So it's a strikeout for Stratton, and Stratton pitches to left-handed batting Brendan Donovan. Donovan takes a pitch outside. Donovan hit a home run, his 5th of the year, leading off the 6th inning. That's the difference in the game now, 4-3 Cardinals. Nobody on, 1 out in the 8th. Stratton works out of the stretch with nobody on base. A slow curveball in there for a strike. The game brought to you by Budweiser, official beer sponsor of Major League Baseball. Crack open the game with Budweiser and enjoy unrivaled flavor and refreshment.
And it is Andrew Kittredge getting loose, and now we're going to have a mound visit, actually a medical mound visit for the pitcher Stratton. He's holding the back of his right arm right now, kind of where the triceps are.
The athletic trainer is out there, along with Pirate manager Derek Shelton. We take a look at the last pitch. It was a curveball, and he felt something in the right arm.
And he called him out, too. He knew it right away. Something was wrong.
So we're going to have a pitching change here, and this is brought to you by Missouri Farmers Care, helping feed Cardinals fans across the nation. Join the conversation on Facebook and on Instagram, and we'll be back.
During the final days of the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event at Offenburg Kia in Shiloh, Illinois, save $44.14 off MSRP on a new 2024 Sportage EX, or save $25.37 off MSRP on a new 2024 Kia Sorento EX X-Line. Only at Offenburg Kia, just off I-64 at exit 16 in Shiloh, or offenburgkia.com. 2024 Sportage MSRP $30,740. 2024 Sorento
He began the year in Scranton Wilkes-Barre after having his contract selected on the 5th of April. Made his season debut with the Yankees against Toronto. And here he is, pitching for the Pirates. Made his big league debut with the Dodgers on the 1st of June, 2018. And Stratton is getting all the time he needs to warm up here.
And he's using it all, too. He is just now starting to throw off the mound. He's been playing catch for a very long time. And if you've got a Snickers bar, I think it's time to go to it because we're going to be here a bit. I'm not sure whether he's not kind of used to this situation or not. Clearly wasn't expecting to have to come into this game. And he's just been literally playing catch for probably 30 throws and has just now gotten onto the mound and starting to throw in earnest now to the catcher, but hasn't really kind of gotten into any kind of a heavy mode of that you would normally get into as you go into a game where you really kind of get the timing right, come set, and let it go. I think he's got several more pitches before he's going to be ready.
Well, if you brought a Snickers bar today, you probably better eat that with a spoon.
Good point.
Because it's hot out here
we
today.
Do have a refrigerator back there.
Even it is taxed on a day like today.
I think you're right.
As I see the temperature here in the booth. Oops, it was up there. It's 86 degrees here in the booth. Nice and comfortable. Right now, 4-3 lead for the Cardinals. The best part of that is having the 4-3 lead in the bottom of the 8th, the Pirates can't score. The Cardinals are batting.
Well, Kittredge was warming up, and he's now sat down. I think, obviously, there's no sense in kind of working through warming up while the Pirate pitcher is warming up. And we get a report on their pitcher, Stratton. We'll pass that along. Again, that's not the same Stratton that the Cardinals had. Different Stratton. Of course, that Stratton, Chris Stratton, was also a Pirate before he was a Cardinal.
And he's with Kansas City.
He's with Kansas City, and he's had a very nice big league career. But this is Hunter Stratton, and looking at it on the replay, he literally, after he threw the pitch, he called over to the bench, "Come get me." I mean, he knew something had happened, and he was kind of holding the back of his arm, and it looked like it was, again, the tricep area.
But here in the booth with the air moving around a little bit.
It is?
Yeah, it is over here.
Okay.
What'd you do with your fan?
No, I've got a fan over here, too.
Okay.
Always wanted to have a fan.
And that's for another time. Maryville University offers online certificate and degree programs for people balancing school, work, and family life, requiring flexible learning environments. There are no application fees, no entrance exams. Learn more at maryville.edu. And we have several amateur teams playing games at Busch Stadium throughout the season, and that has been sponsored by Maryville University. Really like their logo. It really pops, that Maryville logo that you see along 4064.
Exactly. Speaking of pops, how about this batter popping another one?
Well, here we go. He put a pop into one the last time up. Brendan Donovan. Santana inherits a 1-1 count. His pitch. Donnie takes high, ball 2, 2-1. Stratton struck out Arenado, even though he hit Arenado with a pitch. Arenado was called for a swing for strike 3 by the first base umpire, Tony Randazzo. The 2-1 pitch here for Donovan. A foul ball back, and that was a pitch just above the belt, right down the middle. It's 2-2 on Donnie. Donovan has 4 hits, 9 at-bats in the series, with 2 runs batted in. He was hit by a pitch his first time up, homered the last time up. The 2-2 pitch here from Santana. A swing, and this is popped up. It's foul over the screen, going to the second row. Actually, the third row, the green seats. Fan dropped the ball, but picked up the baseball. Has a souvenir there. Just pick it up when it stops rolling.
That's what he did.
Now on 2-2 for Donovan. Ground ball to the second baseman. The throw in time. Triolo throws out Donovan, 2 down. A third of an inning for Stratton and 1 strikeout. The line for him. Brule, 1 inning, 1 strikeout. Keller, 6 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs earned. No walks, 4 strikeouts, 2 homers, and 2 hit batter. He's on the downside of this 4-3 game. Who's the pitcher of record for the Cardinals?
I believe it's Roycroft.
The pitch. Here's a swing and a miss. I hadn't taken a look. I think you're right. Roycroft was in the game the time Donovan hit the home run. Boy, Roycroft has done a wonderful job.
Sure has.
He has fit right into the Cardinals' pen. Now the pitch. Inside, Carlson gets out of the way. Dylan batting for the first time today.
John, I remember when they first started explaining the 3 batter minimum rule to us, which has been a couple of years now. It seemed like one of the provisions was if a pitcher does come out, you have to go on the injured list. Is that correct? Because he only threw 1 batter.
Here's a check swing and a strike on the outside corner. I'm not certain about that.
I'm not either.
I remember hearing something like that.
But, obviously he wasn't faking, and there's no gamesmanship going on. I'm not saying that, but I'm just trying to remember if that actually is a hard and fast rule or not.
On 1-2 with 2 outs, the pitch for Carlson. He takes low, 2-2. Dylan came in to play left field and bats in Jose Fermin's spot. Fermin went 2 for 3, a single, a triple, a run scored, and a ground out. Donovan came in from left field to play third after that, and Arenado was the DH today. The 2-2 pitch here for Dylan Carlson. He gets under it, pops it up. Short left center field. Cruz, the shortstop, out on the outfield grass, makes the catch. Well, let's hold him and go to Chicago. On to the 9th inning. Andrew Kittredge will come on trying.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Talk about a curveball.
Clean up an aisle by.
At Morgan & Morgan, we know injuries can come out of left field. As America's largest injury law firm, we've recovered over $20 billion for our clients. If you've been injured in an accident, call Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm and proud sponsor of your St. Louis Cardinals.
Visit forthepeople.com or an office near you.
The Cards on KingMOX.com.
It's Yasmani Grandal, and he is facing Andrew Kittredge. Kittredge gave up a run with a homer. He struck out 2. He pitched in the game last night. There's a swing and a high pop-up. That goes foul. Out of play, off to the left. Off the bat of left-handed hitting, Yasmani Grandal. Kittredge getting the call to try to put this one away and give the Cardinals 2 out of 3 in the win column against the Pirates in this series. The pitch, Grandal chops it slowly toward the first baseman. Goldschmidt has it underhanding to Kitt. He gets there in time. 3-1 on the out.
Boy,
One down.
Good thing that Grandal does not run very fast. Of course, he's 35, too. That's part of it. But that ball was hit so softly to the right side with a high bounce to it that Goldie had to kind of get to it, flip behind him a little bit with Kittredge covering, but they had time to get it.
Kittredge hustled over there like they do so many times during spring training in pitcher's fielding practice. Michael A. Taylor, the batter. He checks his swing and takes a slider outside. Check out Mission Taco Joint in Section 150 of the ballpark, located right behind home plate. 1-0 the count. Michael A. Taylor holding the bat down on the knob, and the pitch to him. A swing and a foul out of play. Mission Taco Joint, locally owned and known around St. Louis for their West Coast-style Mexican cuisine. Their 4 St. Louis locations offer a relaxed and fun vibe. Check them out at MissionTacoJoint.com. 4-3 Cardinals. We're in the 9th. The pitch is swung on. Fly ball. Short center field. On comes Ciani. He has it. 2 outs. A fly out for Taylor. And Ke'Bryan Hayes is up. Hayes is 0 for 4 in this one. A line out. A ground out. A strikeout. And a line out. Both line drives to Ciani in center field. So get ready, Michael.
JoJo Romero backing up Kittredge just in case.
Kittredge with the pitch. And that's right there, down the middle at 96, strike 1. Kittredge working from the stretch with nobody on. 2 outs, the pitch. Check swing and a slider in the dirt, and that bounces away from Pajes. 1 ball and 1 strike on Ke'Bryan Hayes from Tomball, Texas. 27 years old. His father Charlie played in the big leagues, and he was a good third baseman.
That he was.
Good guy, too. Here's the 1-1. A swing and a miss. Hayes and the Pirates, they're down to the last strike. 4-3 Cardinals out hitting the Pirates 8-6, an errorless game. 1-2, 2 outs. The pitch on the way. A line drive into right center, and that's a hit. That's the first hit for Ke'Bryan Hayes in the series. He's 1 for 13. So Brian Reynolds comes up.
Boy.
He represents the go-ahead run.
Never easy, is it?
No.
And this is the guy you really don't want up right now. This guy is scary at the plate. He's such a good hitter.
He singled literally off the foot of Lance Lynn, driving in a run in the 3-run 5th inning. 1 out of 4 today. The pitch by Kittredge. A swing and a foul back to the screen. An aggressive swing on a 95-mile-an-hour fastball just off the outside corner.
This guy can hit. He always has.
He has hit against the Cardinals. He has hit 6 home runs, driving in 35.
Outfield deep for the Cardinals. No doubles defense.
He has 18 career doubles against the Cardinals. The pitch. A swing and a smash foul off to the right. Again, the Pirates are down to their last strike as Kittredge has managed to work ahead of Reynolds 0-2. Reynolds hitting .263, 8 homers, 36 RBIs. He has Hayes over at first base. With the fans standing at Busch Stadium, Kittredge delivers the 0-2 pitch to Reynolds. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kittredge is going for his first save in 4 save opportunities. He checks on first base, goes to the belt. From the stretch, the 1-2 pitch. Here it is for Reynolds. A swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's played by Mason Wynn, who throws out Reynolds for a Redbird winner. Reynolds grounds out to short, and this ball game has come to an end. The fireworks go off in downtown St. Louis as the Cardinals have won 2 out of 3 over Pittsburgh, winning last night 4-2, and winning today a final of 4-3.
And a winning homestand for the Cardinals. They take 4 out of the 7 games here at Busch Stadium, and another close ball game. We've had so many of them. And this one goes the Cardinals' way, and it'll be a happy flight on to the Windy City.
It'll be a short flight to Chicago, where the Cardinals open a 3-game series tomorrow at 1:20 at Wrigley Field. Our final in this one, the Cardinals 4, the Pittsburgh Pirates 3. Ricky and I will talk more about it after this.
Is your home showing symptoms of foundation issues? Your home's wet basement, dingy crawl space, musty smells, cracked walls, or unlevel concrete shouldn't be ignored. Helitech can help. Life happens in your home. You and your family deserve the best. Helitech offers proven solutions in waterproofing, drainage, concrete leveling, and foundation repair services. Contact us for a free inspection at helitechonline.com.
When the water's high, we'll keep your basement dry. Heal your home with Helitech. Enjoy a true St. Louis Cardinals baseball experience. Book your Grand Slam ticket package today at the luxurious Marriott St. Louis Grand, steps away from Busch Stadium. You'll get 2 Cardinals tickets, plus free hotel self-parking, complimentary high-speed internet access, and $20 towards a great pregame or postgame meal at Zinnia Bar and Grill. Grand Slam ticket packages start at $199. Book yours today at MarriottStLouisGrand.com. That's MarriottStLouisGrand.com. Proud hotel partner of the St. Louis Cardinals.
Feel the magic with the official St. Louis Cardinals credit card from Central Bank. From tickets to throwing out the first pitch, your St. Louis Cardinals credit card earns rewards for one-of-a-kind experiences. Your no annual fee card earns you double reward points at the stadium and at Cardinals.com. Central Bank, the hometown bank of the St. Louis Cardinals, and now offering the official St. Louis Cardinals credit card. Visit CardinalsCredit.com or any Central Bank location to sign up. Subject to credit approval. See bank for details.
Pro Paint Days are back at Lowe's. Save $40 on select 5-gallon HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams paint, like Weather Shield, Showcase, or ceiling paint. Plus, save $10 on drywall PVA primer and get free same-day delivery to the job site when you order by 2 p.m. Lowe's knows paint. Lowe's knows pros. Offers valid through 6/14. Delivery by 8 p.m. Subject to driver availability. Additional terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
KMOX is Cardinals Radio.
The Cardinals are now 7-8 against the National League Central. They've won 2 out of 3 against the Pirates, beating Pittsburgh today 4-3.
Yeah, and they did it with really good bullpen work. The Cardinals bullpen combined, and not all the regular guys, too, but they went 4 2/3 scoreless inning. John King did give up a couple of inherited runners, got a very big double play right after that. And then, they're on out, nothing. From the Pirates' point of view, the bullpen in those 4 2/3 innings gave up just 3 hits. Roycroft gave up 1. He ends up being the winning pitcher, gets his first major league victory, and then the other hit was against Kittredge, who ended up with a save, his first save of the year in the game that took 2 hours and 31 minutes to play. Another really good ball game here. We've seen really good games here during this series.
Well, I see the bus time, so we better wrap things up here.
All right.
4-3 final. The Cardinals over the Pirates, and we'll have more after this.
Quick Trip takes taco time seriously. Specifically, your taco time. That's why our tacos are served up with the kind of flavor you want to wait for but don't have to. Like our sausage, egg, and cheese breakfast taco. Loaded with fluffy scrambled eggs, melty cheese, and savory sausage. Or our brisket taco. Packed with slow-smoked goodness and seasoned with carne asada. Perfect for lunch, dinner, or just because. So when taco time arrives, don't wait. Grab a QT taco today. QT. More than a gas station.
Dude, what are you doing?
I forgot to pay a bill.
Seriously? You're gonna miss half the game.
Relax, I'm using the Scott Credit Union mobile app. I'll be done before the pitch clock gets to 0.
You can do that from your phone?